shown by this. 73% possession. Look at the successful passes from Arsenal. 360 in just 45 minutes. And as far as Bournemouth are concerned, not only have they not had a shot, they are yet to have a touch in the Arsenal penalty area, and only 27% possession in that first 45 minutes. So, Righty, how impressed have you been by Arsenal, and did you expect more of a challenge for them from Bournemouth?
Absolutely, yeah, especially when you watched Bournemouth's first game of the season against Villa. They were really intense. They're really up against Arsenal. I mean, up against, who was it, against Villa. And they really pressured them, but we're talking about a different Arsenal, like I say, very confident. And they're not being pressured. They're not being pressured. They're being allowed to play out, and they've just grown into the game. You know, and then obviously an individual bit of brilliance from Jesus, they get in front, and then it's been plain sailing after that. But yeah, very disappointed if I was a Bournemouth fan, but absolutely delighted for Arsenal because they've given them the opportunity to play and they've done it.
Now, we talked about the impact of Jesus and his mentality as well before the game, and he was right at the heart of that first goal, Jermaine.
Just his overall play, to be honest. I mean, he's been the focal point. The ball's come up to him. Every time he's gone up to him, he's stuck. He's brought people into play. You know, he's got into the box, areas where he's going to score goals. He's running channels. But you see here, so strong. For me, defenders got to be more dominant. Have to be more aggressive. He cuts across Lerma here, and he comes inside. I think he's going to shoot, and it's such a nice, clever pass. Cuts it back, rebounds. Odegaard gets there, and he scores 1-0. But for me, you have to defend better here. He bumps, really clever, bumps the defender here. And there you think, okay, can someone engage, cuts across Lerma, and then when he gets here, where you have to be clever in and around the box, where you think he's going to shoot, and just that reverse pass that you do every day in training, and then seconds goal.
So many things wrong with that with them when you look at Bournemouth. You know, Lerma's challenge here, he's just got to drop off. Smith again
comes across, yeah.
Terrible challenge, and then from here, you know, you're just hoping that it can drop to an Arsenal player, and it did, and they done well to finish off. I think it was what their game deserved, the way they've been playing, they deserved. It's been very dominant, but like I don't know what Bournemouth's plan is, Steve. They're not closing, they're not pressing high, they're not pressing in the midfield. It's poor. In
terms of the second goal, were you at the beginning at all concerned it might have been offside?
No, not at all, no. No, but you, Steve, of course, because when it's this tight, you're always a little bit wary of it. But like in the end, you know, they didn't find it offside, and it was onside as we saw. But there it is, there, yeah, to see.
And that's it, yeah.
It's tight, but it's. You know, I'd like to see those given to the team that's trying to go forward.
Right, even you watch here, if you watch Odegaard here, you see Lerma. Lerma's got him. For me, has to stay with him, and you see Lerma here. Just watch him. He points. I think if he goes early, you have to. When you get there, you have to sense the danger.
Yeah.
So if he goes early, I believe that Saka comes inside and crosses it. And then even when he gets into the box, doesn't move his feet quick enough, and it's too easy. But the fact that he pointed, he wanted Zamora to go with the runner.
And it wasn't his man.
Yeah, and it wasn't his man. He has to go with the runner. Zamora, you stay on the ball and then try and go a little bit early. Try and sense the danger, and you prevent that goal, I think.
Is that reinforcing your point you made before the game, that you want goals from all around the pitch in this Arsenal?
Well, this is what Arsenal are doing, and it's funny because I went to see them in pre-season training. They were playing a game where it was winning the ball in that area of the field and everybody springing forward. That's why we're seeing Xhaka getting forward more, Odegaard's getting forward more. There's a lot more goals coming from different areas because you don't want to keep the pressure on certain players to have to score. If you're getting goals from everywhere, then when those players do score and they continue to score, it takes pressure off of everyone. But everybody's getting in the box to get chances to score. That's just good.
Back to your former club for a minute. Look at their average positions, Bournemouth, in this first 45 minutes, Jermaine. Not a single one of them, on average, have been in the Arsenal half. But it's not just that. You've noticed that they're giving the ball away. They cannot hold on to the ball. Why is that? Is that credit to Arsenal, or Bournemouth need to do more?
It's credit to Arsenal, but when you play against Arsenal, know what you're getting. They're going to try and, as we spoke about at the top of the show, they're going to try and play through the lines, come out the other side, get the spearman, but it's just not been good enough in possession for Bournemouth. You know, you do the hard work, you get the ball back. Now you have to try and gain control, try and get to 3 or 4 passes to try and get that control, and then you go forward. Every time they get the ball back, within 2 passes, they give it away. So there's so many turnovers, and I can imagine the manager, Scott, he must be going crazy because they've come back into like a medium block. I thought they would be more aggressive as the game started. It comes into a medium block. So when you win the ball back, can we counter-attack and can we sort of like make it count, but keep the ball? And I've not been able to do that. And because they're running so much, they look fatigued, and they just can't get anywhere near Arsenal.
Yeah, terrific day for him personally and for Arsenal. So let's look at his goals, and let's look at the role of Gabriel Jesus in that first goal that he was talking about there.
Yeah, because obviously you talk about your number 9 being a focal point, being strong, So strong there, and you think he's just going to lay it off. You know, gets across Lerma here, and he gets in the position. This is really clever. That reverse pass is clever. Top players do that, and then you get a little bit like comes off the goalkeeper, and Odegaard gets the.
What it is as well, Jay, is it's like once he's got the ball here, he's looking to commit players.
Yeah.
You like to see the Bournemouth players be a little bit more, you know, like professional in their challenges, but he's just going past them and he's committing people. So in the end, Gabriel Martinelli gets the space and then Odegaard gets the tap in. But this is all about a centre forward, a focal point, like you say, just taking the game by the scruff of the neck and breaking lines with quality play.
That reverse pass was brilliant as well. Just have that awareness. So I thought he was going to shoot, and there's just that reverse pass. It's just brilliant.
And you can hear from the captain there what Jesus has done to the dressing room. Yeah. Not just his goals, but his all-round personality and character and mentality.
Yeah, but Steve, you get him and Zinchenko coming in, 8 medals, 8 Premier League medals. They're not coming into that dressing room to pose about. They're coming in to make a difference to mentality. And that's what people, like I say, point the finger at Arsenal in leaders and mentality and strength. And what they've showed them to have come in there and they've given that.
And the hunger that they've brought as well.
No, I think it's about standards, to be honest. These players that have been there and they've won trophies, they understand that the standards, not just one game, but can you do it the next game and having that consistency, you know, doing it on the training pitch, you know, day in, day out. And players that won things, that's what they bring to a dressing room.
Second goal, you were convinced it was onside right from the start,
yeah,
of course.
I thought it was onside. I didn't think they needed to look at this one. But like there's you know, again, this is what you want in respects of, like I say, that they weren't closing down Arsenal very well. Poor play from Lerma there. And then once this comes in, you know, you've got Jesus who's got enough time to take a touch, and it was a heavy touch, and there weren't anybody there to tackle. You could see there he's onside, but you know, and then Martin Odegaard, who again, we're seeing him in the box, Xhaka is in the box, Jesus, there's like 5 players in the box there for Arsenal, and that is something that they've obviously been working on. You can see it there. Lerma's like Jermaine pointed out, he's got to get closer into there. So as then when this ball goes round the corner, he can engage Ben Smith. He doesn't do that. And then, you know, it's a very easy goal from there. So much time, so much space. And, you know, they got punished for that. They got punished for it today, Bournemouth, because Arsenal are being more ruthless. They're taking the opportunities to put teams away if they get the opportunity.
It's way too easy. Defending, it's like unopposed. You know, they get into areas, and like I said before about Lerma, you know, at some stage you've got to sense danger. You've got to get close to people, stop them from crossing, and it just seemed too easy. And like we said before, it could have been a lot more. Mm-hmm. You see here, Lerma's got him. You know, you pass him on, okay, fair enough, and then it's strange because he points there. It's more like he wanted him to go with a runner, but he has to go with a runner. That's your man. You go.
And then you see there though, Jay. Once he goes, then Pearson has got to be more aware of Odegaard, who's just standing in the box on his own. You know, so you know there's a lot of mistakes there for Fulham, but what you saw was an Arsenal team that were very ruthless today.
That's a good point. I mean, clinical, seven goals in the last 2 games alone, something perhaps they weren't doing 12 months ago.
They didn't,
because you know this Arsenal team are going to create chances. The way they play, they're going to get into areas where they're going to score goals. So it's a case of just being ruthless. You know, when you get the chances, take it. You know, and they scored 2 goals within 13 minutes, and after that, then you gain control, and then you can play
at your tempo.
At your tempo, Bournemouth in second gear, really, because Bournemouth made it way too easy. I said before, I thought they would be aggressive from the start on the front foot, played in like a medium block. And then, from then it was too late.
So we know where the goal threat comes from, and you want more players in the box. However, William Saliba, he's had a terrific start to his career. Had only ever scored 1 goal in his life before today. Then the stage was his.
What a great goal, you know, for a centre-half on the edge of the box, you know, on his weaker foot. You know, again, look at Arsenal, you see how many players they've got in the box. Once this comes out here, you're feeling like, who's he going to cut it back to? To be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be him there, but that, like we said, Jay, he's just helping that on. It's a beautiful help on. He's not tried to slash at it. He's not tried to, like take the laces off of it. You know what I mean? He's just like, just seen it come across, and he's just guided. Look at that. Guide. Brilliant goal. Goal of a striker, you know. And it's great because the Arsenal fans have got a new song for him, and, you know, he's just given them that so they can carry on singing. It's like an earworm for me now. What a great goal.
Sing the whole show.
Brilliant.
In terms of the defending, Bournemouth defended it right. As it comes into the box there's no contact. The box is full with red shirts. There's no contact, goes to the back post. The ball gets cut back. Surely now, when the ball gets cut back, it's right, someone go and engage and try and block. He probably could have took a touch. And he's just, like Wright said, just helped it on right into the top corner like he scores goals every week.
And for any Arsenal fans who haven't heard it, how does it go, the song? Again?
It's like a tequila, but obviously Saliba. It's a great song.
But listen, we've talked about the two Premier League winners coming into the dressing room. We've talked about Jesus and Zinchenko. Watch Zinchenko's reaction when Saliba scores this. Watch him. Look at that.
I thought he's probably used to seeing that every week. I can't believe it.
He's surprised.
Do you know
imagine
what?
though? Because
he's weak of foot, that's why.
That's his weaker foot. You know, he's a centre half. He's coming up. You know, he's like 21.
I can't believe what he's done.
He starts his Premier League career has been amazing, and now he's seen him do that. Look, he can't believe it.